Good afternoon. Today I'm going to be reviewing 12-watt straps from bluesharkstraps.com. Blue Shark are based in America and they specialise in producing premium quality watt straps. So the 12 straps we're going to be looking at are all 20mm, however they sell straps in several different lug widths to suit all watches. The watt straps come in 3 different styles of packaging: this resealable Blue Shark bag. The NATO straps come in this resealable plastic sleeve. And the other type of packaging they use is this cardboard box for their tropic style straps and also their Cordura straps. So the first of the 12 straps we're going to be looking at is their Cordura Armadillo Grey strap, which is $26. So Cordura is a very tough fabric and it's also very aesthetically pleasing. As you can see, the Cordura weave has a good look to it. Now this is a padded strap, so it's quite stiff, but I'm confident once it's broken in, it's going to become very flexible and comfortable. The underside is lined to a high standard with genuine leather, and we've also got quick release stainless steel spring bars, which means that one doesn't need a spring bar tool in order to remove the strap from the head of the piece. So as you can see, lovely textured weave to the Cordura, and although it's a padded strap and it's thick, there are several holes to get the fine tuning of the length. I'll show you the other side. So we have 2 keepers on the buckle and tang side, as you can see, and one keeper is fixed, one slides, one has stitching either side, flawless stitching throughout, and we have a nice heavy gauge of metal to the buckle and tang, which is brushed satin finish and also signed to high standard with Blue Shark's logo engraved. So I like the heavy gauge of metal because it's going to be durable and last for a good length of time. And also I like the thickness of the threading. The stitching is very thick, so it's not going to come undone. This is clearly going to be a very durable strap. So a Cordura strap is very practical if you're looking for a tough piece, if you're looking for a strap that's going to last for a good length of time, because the fabric is very resilient, it's very stiff and strong. So I like it, it's very aesthetically pleasing. So the Cordura Armadillo strap is $26. Next we're going to be looking at their tropical style strap. So this is the classic 1960s pattern of tropic strap. It has the classic grid formation on the underside and it's fully perforated, as you can see. This strap is ideal if you like to wear watches in warm weather, because the fully perforated strap allows for sweat and perspiration to wick away from the wrist, and it's also got a nice vintage aesthetic with a textured grid formation to it. So as per the 1960s tropic straps. Again, we have a quick release stainless steel spring bar, so one doesn't need a spring bar tool to remove the strap from the head of the piece. And it's nice and smooth on the underside. It feels very comfortable to wear for long periods of time. Very soft silicone rubber, so it's very flexible. It's not going to require any breaking in period. I'll show you the buckle and tang side. Nice heavy gauge of metal to the stainless steel buckle and tang, and it's also signed to a high standard with Blue Shark's brand logo, as you can see. And we have 2 sliding keepers as per the original 1960s tropic strap. So it's very good, very aesthetically pleasing. I like the flexibility of the silicone. If you're looking for a comfortable strap to wear for long periods of time, this would suffice. So this tropical style grey rubber strap is $34. So next we have the shark fin Stormy blue strap, which is $32. This is single pass and it has a herringbone weave. And I really like the herringbone weave. As you can see, it's got a nice textured finish to it which catches the light. It feels very soft and supple, it's very flexible. And one thing I like about it being single pass versus double pass is there is only one layer of fabric. So underneath the case back, between the case back and the wrist, you only have one layer of fabric, and that means the watch isn't going to sit proud, it's not going to sit as tall on the wrist as it would do with a double pass NATO strap. Plenty of rectangular holes in the strap to allow for fine-tuning the fit. Now, one thing I really like about Blue Shark straps in particular is often in my reviews I'm critical of straps being a fraction too short for my large 8-inch wrist. But with Blue Shark NATO straps, they all fit my 8-inch wrist very well, as I'll demonstrate with the one I fitted to my Seiko Dress KX. So if you have a larger wrist of 7 to 8 inches, I could particularly recommend their NATO straps because they will fit you if you have an extra long or you need a longer strap. So as you can see, 2 stainless steel keepers, brushed satin finish, stitched either side. Stitching is done to a very good standard, nice heavy gauge of metal to the buckle and tang, and also it's signed with a Blue Shark brand logo. So I like this single pass herringbone weave. It's nice fabric and it's also very aesthetically pleasing the way the herringbone textured fabric catches the light. Very soft and supple. so it's not going to require any breaking in. So the shark fin Stormy Blue is $32 US. Next, we're going to be looking at the Alpha Shark Navel. Again, we have two stainless steel keepers, brass satin finish, lovely textured finish. Now, this is a double pass NATO, so we have two layers of fabric, as you can see. Good quality hardware throughout. I like these solid stainless steel keepers. They're brass satin finish to a good standard, nicely brushed, and we've got no sharp edges or burrs. Very well executed. Stitching either side of the second keeper to keep it in position, and the first keeper slides, which is good because you can get it into the perfect position on the end of the strap. Again, we have the same heavy gauge of metal to the stainless steel buckle and tang, and it's signed to a high standard with Blue Shark. And I like the contrasting fabric to this. We've got two different colours. I like the centred rib section, as you can see. It's very aesthetically pleasing. So nice contrast to it between the navy blue and the beige centre rib section. So this one is $32 US, and I really like the fact it's very flexible. It's not going to require any breaking in. It's very soft and supple, and one can clearly see the quality of the weave. It's very good. So a very nice quality nylon NATO strap. Right, so the next strap we're going to be looking at is the Alpha Premier Ocean Blue. This is $36 US. Again, we have stitching, which is done to a high standard, either side of the second keeper, which is fixed, and the first keeper can slide up and down the strap to get it into the perfect position. Double pass again, so nice hardware, 316L grade stainless steel, brass satin finish, no burrs or sharp edges, and again we've got the same heavy gauge of metal to the 316L grade stainless steel brass satin finish keeper. I like the heavy gauge of metal to the buckle and tang. Stitching's flawless on the underside, no loose stitches, and the fabric itself is woven to a high standard. This is very soft and supple, it's very flexible, and I also like the contrast of the two different colours, the charcoal grey and the navy blue. It's very aesthetically pleasing. Also, it's a nice detail to have the rectangular holes in the strap are welded around the edges, so they're not going to fray. It's often a problem with NATO straps that the nylon isn't welded around the holes, and therefore it frays very quickly with regular daily use. And one thing I like about Blue Shark NATO straps is they weld around the holes, but regardless of whether they're circular or rectangular shape, they're welded very well. And also the end of the strap is welded, so it's not going to fray, and the edges of the strap are nicely stitched. So it's very soft and supple. This one is very flexible, and it feels very comfortable. It's a good strap to wear for long periods of time if you like double pass NATO straps. So this Alpha Premier Ocean Blue is $36 US. Right, so moving on, we have the Knit Weave Anchor Grey strap, which is $32 US. Now this is Tudor style, and I've looked at Tudor NATO straps, and I can confirm that the weave of this strap is very similar to the weave that Tudor are using on their NATO straps, as per the Black Bay, for example. And it's a very high grade of nylon weaving fabric, as you can see. The woven fabric is very soft and supple, but it's just very nicely finished. I like the diagonal stripes which are woven into it. Stainless steel keepers, one's fixed, one slides, as per the other straps. And this is single pass, so again, if you're looking to wear a single pass NATO strap, if you want a low profile piece on wrist, this is ideal because it's thinner. We only have one layer of fabric. Lots of holes in this one, and they're elliptical shaped, which is very aesthetically pleasing. They're welded, so they're not going to fray. And I really like this. This is a very soft and supple fabric. It feels very high grade nylon, and it does look and feel just like a Tudor strap. It's a very similar weave to the fabric. So I really like the textured finish of it. It's very aesthetically pleasing. So this Knit Weave Anchor Grey strap is $32 US. Now next we have my favourites of all the 12 straps, and I've put it on my Seiko Dress KX to demonstrate it to you. This one is the Nautilus one in Fog Grey, and it's $28 US. And this has a matte finish to it rather than being a glossy finish as per the other NATO straps I've shown you, and I really like the matte finish to it, and also it's very nicely woven. If you look at the edge of the strap, it's beautifully woven, so it's not going to fray. Plenty of holes in the strap, and as I've discussed, one thing I like about Blue Shark straps is the NATO straps are long enough to fit a 7 to 8 inch wrist. The end of the strap is welded, so it's not going to fray, and also the holes are welded as well, so they're not going to fray, with daily use. So I really like the detail of the fabric weave on the edge of this strap, and I like the matte finish to it. The underside also has a very nice woven fabric appearance to it. As you can see, it's a matte finish and it's single pass. So as you'll be aware from my review of the Seiko Dress KX, they have a rather large bubble back exhibition case back. So I personally prefer single pass NATO straps because they reduce the height of the piece on wrist. So I'll give you a wrist shot and you can see how this one fits on my wrist. It's my personal favourite of all the 12 straps. And I'll show you also the thing I really like about it is it fits my 8-inch wrist, which was a pleasant surprise because when I got these 12 straps I wasn't sure if they were going to be too short. So as you can see, I can engage the end of the NATO strap in the second keeper, and this makes a refreshing change because in my reviews I'm often critical of straps that come on watches I review being a fraction too short, but this one easily fits my 8-inch wrist. And of course you can cut them down to length if you have a smaller wrist of 6 to 7 inches. So I really like the matte finish to the fabric, and I like the horizontal lines which are woven into it, and the grey colour of it really is a nice contrast to the blue sunburst style of my Dress KX. And as I've discussed, I really like that it's single pass because it's lower profile than a double pass NATO strap underneath the case back, so it means that the piece sits lower on the wrist. It's more low profile, incredibly comfortable to wear for long periods of time. I really like it. It feels lightweight, flexible, comfortable, and it's very aesthetically pleasing, as you can see. So next, moving on, we have the Orca black strap, which is $20 US. And these have a textured finish to the fabric. The woven nylon feels very thick and it's got a nice woven grain finish to it, as you can see. The second keeper is stitched either side as per the other one, so it stays in position, and the first keeper is able to articulate up and down the strap. We've got the same buckle and tang, stainless steel, nice heavy gauge of metal to it, finished to a good standard, no sharp edges, and signed with the Blue Shark brand logo. I'll show you the underside. As you can see, the second keeper is stitched either side. So this is a stiff strap. It's going to take some breaking in, but it's going to be comfortable once it is broken in. I like the rectangular holes in it, plenty of holes to allow for fine-tuning the length. So this Orca black strap is $20 US. Right, so just bear with me, and I'm going to turn around my notes, because with 12 straps, I can't remember the names of them all and the prices, so I made notes. Okay, next we have the 9th strap, which is the original Bond blue. So we have the classic James Bond style pattern, but it's in blue. And the nylon is very nicely woven, it's thick, and this is a very high quality nylon, and it feels actually quite soft and supple, which is surprising because often with low quality straps, they feel very stiff and the fabric feels rough. It doesn't feel smooth and soft and supple. And really with NATO straps, it's a case of one gets what one pays for. So these are quite expensive. I mean, $20 US for a nylon NATO strap, one might consider that to be expensive, but they are higher quality than the NATO straps one buys on Amazon and AliExpress. One can feel the quality of the fabric. It feels very soft and supple, and also the quality of the weave is very nice to this original Bond blue strap. So stainless steel keepers, once again, the first keeper is stitched, and also on this one the second keeper is stitched. They're both fixed in position. So if you like the keepers to both stay fixed, if you prefer to have a fixed first keeper rather than a sliding one, this is suitable. And we've got a heavy gauge of metal to the buckle and tang, which is solid stainless steel and signed with Blue Shark's brand logo. So it's a thick double pass NATO, but it is going to break in and become very comfortable. I think this is going to be a very durable strap because the fabric does feel very strong. Right, so next we're going to be looking at the Pajama Stretch navy blue strap. This is $24 US. So this is an elasticated NATO strap, and it's single pass rather than being double pass. And these kind of elastic straps are very good if your wrist swells up in warm weather or if one is active, for example. And it's ideal because you don't have to keep adjusting the strap because of its elastication. It expands and contracts with the wrist swelling up and contracting again. It's nicely woven. The edges of the strap are very nicely woven. It's got a nice textured finish to it. And once again, around the holes, and there's several holes in the strap to allow for fine-tuning the length, they're all welded. so they're not going to fray, and the end of the strap is also welded very nicely, so that's not going to fray either. So the elastication is quite firm, and I think that with daily wear this would become a very comfortable strap to wear. And the elasticated fabric is a nice feature of the Pajama Stretch navy blue strap. It really is very comfortable to wear. If you're looking for a piece to wear for long periods of time, I highly recommend it. With regards to the keepers, we've got one fixed keeper which is stitched either side, and the first keeper slides up and down to get the perfect position. So a very well executed elasticated strap. Right, so next we're going to be looking at the Canvas Soft 2.0 indigo blue strap, as you can see. So this is a canvas fabric to it, and it's fully stitched around the holes, so it's not going to fray. This is the underside, and this is the top side. As you can see, the holes are fully stitched to prevent fraying, and it's also stitched around the perimeter of the canvas material. Now this is a very stiff strap, but I think it's going to be very durable. It feels like a military strap. It's got that kind of feel to it. The canvas material feels very rugged and tough. On the underside we have a quick release spring bar, so one doesn't need a spring bar tool. I like the feature of double stitching near the spring bar ends, because that's an area where often canvas straps split and crack, and then of course the spring bar comes out of the strap. But by having the double stitching it allows for more reinforcement. And also I like the reinforcement of the stitching around all the holes. So this would fit very well on a field watch because it has that military aesthetic of a canvas strap. I'll show you the buckle and tang side. We have two keepers on the buckle and tang side. One's fixed with stitching either side, and the second keeper slides up and down the strap to get the perfect fit. Nice stitching to the canvas. And once again at the spring bar end we've got two lines of stitching to reinforce it, so the spring bar isn't going to come loose if the strap wears with daily use. So it does feel stiff, but I think the canvas fabric will break in with daily wear, and it is a very aesthetically pleasing canvas fabric. If you like this on field watches, for example, I think it would look very well. Now if you look at the buckle and tang, once again it's signed to a high standard with Blue Shark. And last of all, we're going to be looking at the original carbon grey strap, which is $20 US. So this has a different finish to the one I've got on my watch, as you can see, which has horizontal lines. This one also has horizontal lines, but it's more textured. It's got more of a ribbed finish to the horizontal lines in the strap. Now I like this one because the keepers are stitched either side, as you can see. That means that the two keepers stay in position. So if you like that style of NATO strap with the keepers both fixed rather than the first one floating up and down the strap, I recommend this one. The stitching is done to a good standard. Heavy gauge of metal to the stainless steel buckle and tang, as you can see, so it's going to be very durable. Brushed satin finish throughout, and it's finished to a good standard, no sharp edges. We've also got stainless steel hardware with the keepers. Double pass, so we've got two layers of fabric, and we've also got another stainless steel keeper to keep the double pass in position. So this will fit up to an 8-inch wrist with no difficulties whatsoever, as will all the NATO straps I've shown you. Rectangular holes, plenty of holes in the strap to fine tune the adjustment. This one's very soft and supple. It's not going to require any breaking in, and it's got an aesthetically pleasing ribbed finish to the textured finish to it. It's very nice, and I like the quality of the nylon. It feels very soft and supple, even though it's thick. It feels like ballistic nylon, but it's not going to require any breaking in despite being thick. I think it's going to be a very durable strap, and I've tried this on my watch and it is comfortable to wear for long periods of time, such as 8 to 12 hours per day. So the original carbon grey strap is $20 US. So as I've discussed, of all the 12 straps, and I've tried them all on my watch, this is my personal favourite. I think that this one is just absolutely beautiful to look at. I like the heavy gauge of metal to the buckle and tang, stainless steel keepers, and as I've discussed, one thing I really like about Blue Shark straps is all their NATO straps are long enough to fit an 8-inch wrist comfortably. I can engage it in both keepers, no problem whatsoever. So highly recommend them if you have a larger 7 to 8-inch wrist, because their NATO straps will fit you to perfection. This one is just absolutely gorgeous, very comfortable to wear. I'm thoroughly enjoying wearing it on my Seiko Dress KX, and I've tried this strap for 8 to 12 hours per day, and I can tell you it really does enhance the feel-good factor and the comfort of the piece. So I hope you've enjoyed my review of the Blue Shark straps. They're all available from bluesharkstraps.com. Please feel free to post your own comments below the video. Thank you very much.